Have you ever had a moment where everything stopped? A moment so silent, so piercing, that it felt like the entire world held its breath with you? Maybe it was in the middle of the night, when everyone else was asleep and you stared at the ceiling, wondering, is this it? Is this the life I'm meant to live? Or maybe it happened on a random Tuesday morning. You poured your coffee, checked your phone, sat at your desk, and suddenly, the weight of routine collapsed onto your shoulders. You realized you weren't really living, you were drifting. We all reach this point, at least once. Some people call it a midlife crisis. Others call it burnout. But the truth? It's a whisper from your soul, and that whisper is asking you a question that doesn't need a textbook answer. It needs an honest one. From you, just you. Because here's the secret most people never hear. Your life doesn't change when you work harder. Your life changes when you start asking better questions. So today, I want to give you 3 questions. Just 3. They might seem simple, but if you sit with them long enough, if you let them echo in the deepest parts of you, they will change your life. And I don't say that lightly. These questions have been used by Olympic athletes, billionaires, trauma survivors, monks, military leaders, and everyday people who are tired of living a half-lived life. But before we get into the questions, let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I met a man named James. He was a successful corporate executive, big office, big salary, big responsibilities. From the outside, everything looked perfect. But behind the scenes, James was falling apart. His marriage was cold. His health was in shambles. His kids barely spoke to him. And every morning, he woke up with a knot in his stomach. One day, James collapsed in the parking lot outside his office. Stress-induced heart attack. He survived. But something broke open inside him. When I met him during his recovery, he wasn't looking for more money or success. He was looking for meaning, for peace. And all I did was ask him 3 questions. He didn't answer right away. He sat with them. Sometimes, he cried. Sometimes, he got angry. Sometimes, he just stared into space. But slowly, those questions became a compass. They led him back to life. Today, James runs a wellness retreat for executives. He's remarried. He hikes with his sons every weekend. He reads poetry. He laughs more. He sleeps well. He's alive. So let me ask you now, are you ready? Because once you hear these questions, you can't unhear them. They will echo in your mind in quiet moments. They will tug at you when you try to avoid them. But if you lean in, truly lean in, they will guide you home. Question 1. What am I pretending not to know? This question is brutal. It's the mirror you've been avoiding. Because all of us at some point lie to ourselves. We pretend we're happy in a job we hate. We pretend a relationship is working when it's broken. We pretend we're fine when we're drowning. And we do it because we're scared. Scared of change. Scared of pain. Scared of the unknown. But pretending is expensive. It costs us time, energy, years. And the only way forward is through radical honesty. What are you pretending not to know? You already know the answer. It's buried under excuses, under shoulds, and have-tos. But it's there. And here's the truth. You can't change what you won't confront. Sit with this question. Write about it. Talk to someone you trust. Let the truth sting a little. That's how you know it's real. Because when you stop pretending, you start healing. Question 2. What would the highest version of me do next? We all have 2 voices inside us. The first is loud, panicked, scarred by the past, terrified of failure. The second is quiet, calm, wise beyond years. That second voice is your highest self. It's the version of you that's already whole, already courageous, already free. When you ask what the highest version of you would do, you bypass fear. You move from reaction to intention. Let me tell you about Maria. She was stuck in a toxic relationship. Every time she tried to leave, fear pulled her back. Until one night, she asked herself, what would the strongest, most self-respecting version of me do? The answer was clear. She'd walk away. She'd choose herself. It wasn't easy. It hurt. But it was right. And today, Maria runs support groups for women in similar situations. She turned her pain into purpose. Because when you act from your highest self, you stop living in survival mode and start living in alignment. So ask yourself right now, in your career, your relationships, your health, what would your highest self do next? And then, do that. Even if it scares you. Especially if it scares you. Question 3. If I keep living like this, where will I be in 5 years? This is the wake-up call. Most people never think long-term. They live day to day, week to week, stuck in the loop of, I'll fix it later. But 5 years go by fast. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you keep avoiding hard conversations, what will your relationships look like? If you keep numbing with screens and sugar, what will your health look like? If you keep postponing your dreams, where will your soul be? This question forces clarity. It makes you face the cost of inaction. Because the biggest regret in life is not failure. It's regret over things never attempted. So play it out. Visualize your future. And if you don't like what you see, good. That discomfort is fuel. Use it. Use it to change course. Use it to start today. Because nothing is scarier than wasting your potential. Now, let's go deeper. Let's walk through each of these questions with the kind of honesty most people run from. Let's explore the exact steps to apply them weekly, daily, so you don't just feel inspired, but transformed. Step 1. Set a weekly reflection ritual. Pick 1 hour. One sacred hour every week. Maybe Sunday night, maybe Friday morning, to sit with these questions. Journal them. Speak them aloud. Record a voice note. Whatever it takes to stop, look within, and listen. Why this works? Most people run their lives on autopilot. This practice resets you. Step 2. 1 truth per day. Every morning, write down one thing you've been avoiding. One small truth. It can be, I'm overwhelmed, or I miss her, or scared this will never work. Owning your truth in small daily moments trains emotional courage. Step 3. Ask before you act. Before every big decision, pause and ask, what would my highest self do here? Don't rush. Let the answer rise. Practice this until it becomes second nature. Step 4. Track the 5-year path. At the end of each week, reflect. If I repeat this week 250 more times, is that the life I want? If not, what needs to shift next week? Step 5. Create micro bravery moments. Every day, do one thing that scares you. Call a boundary a new idea. You don't need a life overhaul. You need tiny revolutions. Step 6. Share with one person. Don't go alone. Share your insights with one person weekly. Vulnerability creates accountability, and it builds connection that heals. Step 7. Celebrate alignment, not achievement. Instead of measuring success by how much you got done, measure it by how aligned your actions were with your values. Because the goal is not productivity. The goal is integrity. You don't need more to-do lists. You need more truth. And these steps practiced consistently will rewire your life. Not instantly, but inevitably. Let me tell you what happens when you commit to this. You begin to feel lighter. You start laughing at real, full belly laughter. You cry, but not from despair, from release. Your relationships shift. Some end, some deepen. You find beauty in the ordinary. You breathe easier. And you begin to remember who you were before the world told you who to be. This is what it means to come home to yourself. This is what it means to live awake. So I'll leave you with this. Don't just survive your life. Design it. Ask better questions. Live truer answers. And when it gets hard, because it will come back to these 3 questions, let them be your compass. Let them remind you, you are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not late. You are simply one honest question away from everything changing. So go live the life your soul keeps whispering about. Because you're not here to sleepwalk through your days. You're here to wake the hell up and live. And now you know how. Let's begin.